Alright, well, hello there, and how is everyone? So this time I'm going to go ahead and open this from here first. And I want to try and get the game to actually be captured by game. Alright, so that's pretty much all. It had another thing last time, but oh well. It had another sort of little intro. I was wondering if I was going to do it this time, I did not. Either way, let me try and get it to be just a game capture here. As soon as I figure out where my settings are. Oh, I actually have both open, that's why it's confusing. Well, let's try auto first, because sometimes that does work. Oh, it actually worked this time. Lovely. And we will continue. The supposed cause of destruction in the Library of Alexandria, a perfect black marble statue, has been recently rediscovered and is currently waiting in the Museum of 000 for its long-awaited premiere. Old gods rule. Both you and enemies deal extra damage. Backstory medical history. Ouch, I just got pinched. Care to okay, that's fine. Oh yes, that's right, we also banned from our last outing. We've already been here. We already took a bath, and then let's see. Oh, I do not have, What about storage? Oh, you've actually got everything here. Huh. Odd. Can heal major injury while keeping this item in inventory. Can I, though? Is that something I can actually do? Well, I have a broken nose and burns. These not count? Oh, they're minor injuries. I see. Unfortunate. Oh, actually, I could bandage that. Interesting. Oh, I see how it works. Alright. Can I bandage burns? Huh, I can. Interesting. Well, that worked, and well, there go our bandages, so let's go ahead and start a new mission. Freaky feature of found footage. 3 students disappeared in the process of making a documentary about local folklore. I feel like there's something supposed to be there. And legends of the nearby forest. Now, on the first anniversary of their disappearance, a suspicious man has started asking questions. He claims to be a private investigator hired by the parents of the students. Except the parents of your friends didn't hire him. Who is he, and what did the students discover out there? 3 students disappeared in the process of making a documentary about local folklore. Maybe you'll find a clue about their last known whereabouts in the newspaper. Investigate the mansion location twice to complete this mission. Well, where is the mansion? Oh, there you are. So we'll do the side mission first, or whatever you wish to call it. Oh, we've leveled up. Ghost connection. Completing a mystery grants our own spell. No, thank you. Charisma and dexterity. I suppose we'll go with dexterity. And also dexterity. Looks like one of the previous owners of this mansion liked to read. Dusty tomes reach the ceiling. You don't have much time, but maybe you could spare a minute to look through the books. Let's start with the tables. See what was already out there, what others were maybe reading. Knowledge check success. The notes lying on the table look like ramblings of a madman, but you can see a method to the madness. Plus 5 experience. Resolve the event. No, that's very good. And let's investigate the mansion once more. find a heavy tome wrapped in moth-eaten black velvet in an old cabinet. When you remove the book's wrappings, you recoil in disgust. It's bound in human flesh. Read it, burn it, or take it. I sort of wish to read it in order to, possibly gain something from this, but this is also a very bad idea. Oh, well, we succeeded. You uncover some of the secrets of the Sleeping God. Plus 10 experience to resolve the event. That worked out surprisingly well. Well, we do have 8 knowledge. It is our now second highest stat. It was our highest. The legends say that the witch was buried alive or kidnapping and murdering 2 children. It points you in the specific direction, potentially giving you some time. Interesting. You enter the school bathroom. You enter the school bathroom to wash your face with cold water. A sudden noise behind you stops you in your tracks, and one of the store doors has opened on its own. Close the door or escape. It'd probably be strength, right? We'll escape. You might be paranoid, but there's no way you're risking an encounter with a ghost here. The notes mention a village not far from your town. You decide to take a bus. Getting closer, you can't help but notice a large number of trees that have suddenly died. What happened here? One of terror. Through the dirty restaurant window, you notice a shady-looking man wearing a jacket covered in strange symbols. He stops in front of a house, visibly nervous. Before he enters the house, he turns around as if he's checking for any unwanted followers. What could it mean? Follow the weird man. Do nothing. Ask the waiter. Call the police. Perception success. The door is locked, but you repeat the knocking pattern. The suspicious man used. A moment later, the door opens and a surprised teeny... My word. I just combined teeny and greasy together for some reason there. Teen. A teen with greasy hair asks you who the hell you are. Mistaking these nerds for a cultist sure is embarrassing, but deep inside, you're relieved. Everyone in the village is unsettlingly friendly. An old farmer points you to an old stone. The missing group supposedly started their forest trip there. It's getting dark as you arrive at the cemetery, and shadows move in fantastic and unaccountable ways between tombstones. Finding the right grave may prove to be a challenge, especially when you feel someone's gaze on your back. Continue looking, run in terror, confront the stranger, or need shovel item. Probably to dig it up. You whirl around and see who's behind you. Luckily, the other person is a kind old lady who points you to the tombstone you're looking for. Under a stone, you find a note someone left for you. +5 experience. Not everyone's out to get you. Everyone in the village is unsettling and same sort of thing. The investigation is taking a toll on you. You start to miss the most obvious leads. +4 doom. No one answers when you knock at the professor's, Takeuchi's door. This is odd, since he usually is punctual about his appointments. The smell of blood tells you something's wrong, and you quickly open the door and enter. There's no sign of the professor, but the quantity of blood everywhere leaves little doubt about what happened, but how and why. Search the room for clues, or scavenge the room for useful items. Of course I'm going to scavenge, I have no items. You rummage through the drawers, trying to find anything useful. The sound of police sirens forces you to grab the nearest item and flee the crime scene. I now have a flashlight. Absolutely, please let me equip that. Lovely. Looking back at Looking back one last time, you continue deep into the woods. Click S square to explore it. Must be somewhere here. That's what it said. Following a trail of rotten fruit, you stumble on a small forest shrine. It's probably dedicated to some local spirit. The small statue looks alien and menacing. Pray or destroy it. Perception check failure. To your horror, you discover a severed human hand behind the statue. Unfortunate. Well, the group must be somewhere here. The suspicious group you've been following is gathered in a nearby forest. They're enacting some sort of ritual in the clearing up ahead. The only nearby vantage point is a large rock. I have to attempt to climb it. Unfortunate. We injure ourselves by falling. Walking through a tree nursery, you suddenly stop. Something feels off. Isn't it too early for the leaves to be changing their color? Before you can continue your investigation, someone grabs your leg. Strong attack's really not all that worth it. It's just one extra. I could have 4 total attacks here, or just 2 strong attacks. Not really worth it. What is my chance to hit? 60 currently. Okay. Easy enough. It's said that a famous priest died at this rock. Perhaps his mysticism has seeped into it. Tap into his power, or it's too risky. Knowledge check success. Touching with your hand, you feel a newfound knowledge forming in your mind. Gain spell. Lowers eldritch enemy damage by 1. Cost of 3 stamina. I really don't have much in the way of health. That pair has been following you since the morning. You finally managed to lose them, but can't shake the feeling that it will only get worse. Minus 2 stamina. As you glance around, you notice that more and more people are wearing so it's the same sort of thing from before. Are they hiding something? You can't help but wonder what lies behind the mask and conceal the face of the people around you. Are these even people they claim to be? Or are they just masquerading as something they're not, hiding the true identities behind the mask that they wear? Minus 2 reason. We are really not doing well this time. While wandering through the woods, you discover strange carvings on one of the trees, and by the look of them, they were made recently. Could they be connected with the Count mystery? Try to decipher the signs. Success. You're certain the missing people were here. You are on the right trail, plus 5 experience. We're nearly leveling again. A sudden storm forces you to find shelter in a nearby cave. Looking around, you discover strange markings on the cave walls. Use your flashlight. A flashlight beam reveals additional symbols hidden in the shadows. They help you interpret the spell instructions drawn on the cave walls. Deal 3 damage, gain 2 stamina, cost 4 reason. Not the greatest. None of these are particularly good at the moment. The remembered witch house seems empty. In the basement, however, you find a camera pointed at a large hole in the ground. On the table next to the camera, you see 3 cassettes, each titled one after each titled after one of the missing friends. Then you hear a curious sound coming from the hall. Take cassettes and run, or peek inside. You kneel down and lean forward to see what's inside the hole. It takes a while to process what you're looking at. It's a gigantic eye staring right at you. Hypnotized, you continue to lean in, feeling weaker and weaker as the gargantuan beast lures you in. Lenny the Cryptid Panther, thank you for following. At the very last moment, a suspicious tall man grabs you by the collar. He explains he is part of the court protecting the house, and the mysterious entity below it. You've got a bigger purpose than to die here, he says before knocking you out. You wake up in a few hours later on a bus heading back to your town. Oh, the stats are very much not good right now. I've succeeded in a good few checks here and there, but as time's gone on, been just taking hit after hit unavoidably. Haven't only gotten into one fight and took one hit from that fight as well. Oh, we've gained a few stats here and there at least. And we've actually leveled up. +1 luck, probably could use that. Perception, or charisma. Let's go ahead for charisma, and we'll try to get our stamina back up a little bit. And, the old god stares. Local scientists are baffled. An unprecedented aurora-like event has bathed the entire town in unnatural green glow. A reason cost of spells increased by 1. I've honestly not really wanted to use the spells I've had. Can you rest at home despite the doom, or is the god you're facing the one that gives you a greater penalty? I should honestly be able to rest at home just fine. I haven't really... So the issue is I actually had decent stats to start with. It's just they drained that mission basically the entire way through. Just about every other event was something that lowered a stat or other. We'll go ahead and raise the health a little bit. Oh, I've actually done more than I thought, so... Chilling Chronicle of Crimson Cape. That's actually what I'm probably going to do. I have no real reason to use them. So I'm probably just going to forget them all. I like to keep them as a sort of... just in the back pocket, more or less, just in case, but... they're not really something I want for the most part right now. They are useful, but... not when your stats are that low. Chilling Chronicle of Crimson Cape. A new game is spreading among your friends. A dare to stay in the new school restroom after class. A dare to meet Akamanto. I thought it was AKA for a moment there. What was originally harmless fun has turned deadly. The body of a boy was found last week. The school principal has banned the game, but that's only made it more popular. Akamanto must be stopped before another kid is killed. One of your friends says he doesn't believe in curses, and he intends to complete the dangerous dare. Gather gossip about the current mystery. Well, I suppose I have to travel to school anyways, may as well go to the schoolyard. No, it's empty, rather. Also, let's go ahead and... let's see... we'll go ahead and just forget what spells we do have. I don't really wish to use them. Deals 8 damage. Actually, that one's not bad. We'll keep that one. Interesting. Well, hopefully it's actually portrayed rather well here. And let's go ahead and investigate the school. Impossible angles and seemingly moving lines make your head spin. Stand belief or Nizukumi ally. How is this possible? -1 reason. Not too bad. You've reported it to your principal, who promises he will take care of it. With your friends now safe, you should look into the legend. Maybe records of the city's library mention of Akamanto. Mention village, forest, hospital, town. Don't I need... gossip about the current mystery. Don't I need to be at the school to do that? Certainly, costume tend to recruit allies. Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe no one's there currently. I'm not sure what time it is in-game. Also, I feel like I should actually go back to rest a little bit, just to try and regain something. It suddenly feels good to be back home. You take a short nap on your bed. You phone your best friend and talk about unrelated stuff, +2 to each. Alright. I'm not actually sure what my max is there. Right, so I tried to go to the schoolyard at the school, but, there's no one here. I'm not really going to bother waiting for too terribly long. I'll try to investigate a couple more, and then go back to the school to see if maybe it's just because of the time. Because I think, yes, it's currently night right now. It's been almost a year since a childhood friend moved away to another city. He left suddenly without saying goodbye. It depends on the difficulty. I think I'm on standard. I sort of just did quick play and let it do whatever it wanted. He left suddenly without saying goodbye. In a recent letter, he apologized for the disappearance and asked you to remove the furniture from his flat because he wanted to sell it. In the envelope, you find a key to his apartment. Help your friend or search his flat with a light source. One moment, someone's knocking at my door. Oh, apparently my sister's made some food. I'll get some of that later. But go ahead and resolve the event. It looks like we got a human skull. Random result after casting a spell. It twitches slightly. Odd. Oh, 17-ish for the, stamina and reason. You read a story about a vengeful samurai known for wearing a crimson red cape. It's an interesting find, for sure, but you need to find more information. Well, we have to go back to the school anyway, so let's investigate here and find out what time it is, and then try to learn some gossip. Sure, we'll try to help you this time around. Luck check success, +5 experience. Good. Let's go ahead and try to wait. It's still not doing anything there. One of the articles mentions a young doctor who performed life-saving surgery on a victim of a brutal assault. The assault happened in a toilet stall. Maybe he still works at the hospital and can share some information. You're stopped by a masked man wearing a lab coat. He introduced himself as a researcher from Tokyo University, testing a new treatment method that promises to revolutionize modern medicine. Holding out a pile of documents, he tells you he can heal your wounds for free. You just need to sign here. I'm actually not wounded, save for the stats there. You politely decline the generous offer and continue on your way. Also, don't really wish to chance anything there. You learn that the doctor suddenly left the hospital after the last murder, taking all the records with him. Why would he do that? That's not the only bad news. Your friends didn't come to school today, and another body was supposedly been found. Let's go ahead and rest once more. And then go back to here. We only have 41 doom. The door shouldn't be there. It shouldn't lead anywhere. More importantly, it shouldn't pull you in. Enter or resist. I sort of want to enter just to see what's there, but I feel like it's probably best to try and resist. -2 stamina for resisting. The principal has ordered the school to be closed down for the investigation. Excuse me. A sudden growl coming from behind the corner makes you stop. You're not really much of a threat, are you? No, not really. I'm not sure which one I'm on. I think it might have just been Skeptic, honestly. I'll have to go back and, Actually, is there a way to check? I do think I might actually just be on Skeptic, as I said, I sort of just hit quick play on this one. I don't really know too much about the game, but it's probably on the easiest right now. I'll have to, after this one, I'll have to try and check that later. You break the window and get inside the school unnoticed. The guest toilet is located on the 3rd floor. Get over there. Alright. Suddenly, everything slows to a crawl. Time Warper. Oh, and he's not very powerful at all. I have seen gameplay of this a few years ago when it was still very new. I think it was the Scary Game Squad I watched. It was either Jesse Cox or the Scary Game Squad. I'm not sure if he played it solo or with a group, but I think he played it with a group. I had watched it I feel like years ago, and I don't really remember much of it, to be honest. And I thought I would give it a try to play it myself and see how well it is. And honestly, it's pretty fun. It's definitely a sort of game I can go back to from time to time, just to try something new, just to have different outcomes. So I'm not sure if I'll try to do a sort of completionist run of it or not. But I'll definitely, for at least this week, I'll be playing it this week. And then next week I'll play off, and then I'll play this one on Saturdays, because I stream every other day almost, just Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. So on Saturdays, I'll move this one to just sort of have that there. Or if I run out of something to play or want to break up the monotony of something else, I'll go back to this probably. Because it is very interesting. There's no turning back now. You step into the last stall and close the door behind you. You wait in the stall, trying to be as quiet as possible. Suddenly, squish squeak, you hear the sound of rubber boots on an unknown liquid drips in the tile. You can see the top of his head. He's taller than any man you've ever seen. The door slowly opens. Oh, your face is peeled off, or you're wearing someone else's face. A masked man dressed in a red coat, clearly too tall for the ceiling, emerges from outside. Tell me, his voice sounds like a faulty radio. Would you like red paper or blue paper? Sure, red paper. Oh, I see. Red for your health. I'm unfortunate. The tall man in a red coat takes out a butcher's knife and stabs you in the stomach. Blood splatters on the stall's wall as you rush to the door, minus 3 stamina. Resolve event. You hear a click coming from the door's direction. You're locked in here with the crazy man. Unfortunate. I should have gone for blue for. It's like I forgot that in the core divisions of the game, red is health, blue is just reason. Alright, defensive. What can we do? Regain a reason with the cost of stamina, exactly not what we need. Definitely not brace. We'll do 1 dodge, and there we are. Oh, well, he still ended the hit anyways. Well, never mind then. We're going to lose on this one here. You die at the beginning of your next turn. I do not believe there is anything else I could do anyways. Blood flowing from the wounds in the tall man's red coat makes it look like the man is slowly melting. You hear cackling coming in from behind the mask, and faint. Oh, and faint, I see. And when you wake up, he's gone. Somehow you know he'll be back in another store, another school, another city, continuing the horror. Chilling chronicles of Crimson Cape and Nimby. Reward for solving the mystery. Mask, he left something behind. 30 experience, -3 doom. Time passes by 1 day. -10 doom. Not bad. But we are also technically dead. Imposing shadow cast by the old light. The old lighthouse is getting longer each day. Gets an additional floor. Not bad. Not a reason. We want stamina. People... no one out there this time. Alright. Let's go back to the lighthouse here. Just to put the keys in place. Alright, so 2 more to go. Bizarre Brood of the Blood-Curdling Botanist, or Bloody Brief of Beckoning Bulletin. We'll go for the Botanist. Your neighbor asked you to help. Her husband, Shiro-san, has gone missing. She is worried it might be connected with the new fertilizer he ordered from Tokyo. Where is he, and why would he need so much fertilizer? Resisting the unknown horror was taking its toll on your health. Weakened, you finally succumb to your injuries alone. As the dust settles upon your open eyes, reality starts to crumble. Old God is ready to return once more. So even resting did not help enough. Unfortunate. I was hoping it would at least get us to 1 health. Alright, not bad. Let's start a new one. So we already completed these 2. I'm not going to do the challenges yet. Quick play, what are you currently on? Not sudden death. Difficulty is on normal. Oh, it's on Cultist, that's what it was on. So we'll leave it on normal for now, because I'm definitely not good enough for hard yet. Standard timeline, though there's a Halloween timeline. Every year our city is visited by hundreds of tourists investigating the paranormal. We'll leave it in the normal timeline for now. I do quite enjoy Halloween's, but for now, I need to learn the actual game. Another quick play. The media has been reporting about various people with seemingly supernatural skills. Could it have any connection with the news about stars disappearing from the night sky? All gods rule. Casting spells raises doom instead of its normal cost. Backstory. Medical history. Character exclusive pet cards only. Okay, so we're back to her. Blood of Bones runs in your family, and you've spent each summer in a cast. You start with extra experience and bandages, but an injury may occur whenever you take damage. Alright. And there should not be any need for this. Yes, you're at max health. Anyone out here? Just you again. Alright, we have eerie episodes of evolving eels. I can try for another ending. A rotten report of rancid ramen. I can try to actually discover this one, which I think I'll do. Macabre memory of morbid mermaids. I would need, I believe, a crowbar in order to try and get that manhole cover for one of the other endings. I think dying would possibly be another one. I'm not sure. Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival, or Bizarre Brood of the Blood-Curdling Botanist yet again. Well, let's try the ramen once more, and we'll actually try to discover what the ramen is this time. Alright, we already know the dialogue on this one. We'll share the local news, yes. Discard 2 item cards. Well, we're not doing that for right now. Let's see, what could we do? Well, for now we'll just try to scrounge around and see what it gives us for items. Before finishing it, we'll possibly try something else. I think this time I want to check the bathroom. I don't believe we did that last time. I think we tried to calm her down. Knowledge check success. Instead, you go straight to the building's boiler room. One pipe, coming from the ground, looks like it was welded to the central system recently. Where does it lead? So rather mundane. Alright, that's new. Wandering through an empty corridor, you find an old vending machine. You don't recognize the brand of sodas inside, but you really could use a drink. Considering how many funds we have, I'm not sure if it matters. We'll go for the most expensive out of curiosity. The taste seems a little odd, but you enjoyed the drink anyways. Well, that's fine. It could have been worse. No way to investigate out. Show yourself. Right. When you stop by home to pick up your lunch, you find a pile of letters in your mailbox. Read the letters. Electric failure. Staying up late investigating the current case has really increased your electricity bill. Oh, that's unfortunate. It seems that you're not the only one trying to find it yourself. I'm really going to have to try and get some items here soon. I don't have anything stored. We invited her to coffee last time. We'll try to chat her up this time. Oh, charisma success. In between conspiracy theories and Bigfoot sightings, you hear a worrying rumor about an old god slowly awakening to rule the earth once again. Could this be the reason the recent horrific events? 5 experience, minus 1 reason. I have no reason to cast the spell. I'm trying to see if there's some way to get items without purchasing them, but I don't think I can really do that right now. Not unless I'm in the middle of a fight, and I have not gotten a fight yet. Alarmed by the sounds of glass breaking, you discover the corpse of a policeman lying in a pool of blood. It looks like someone or something tore out his throat. Steal his gun? Very tempted. Check his wounds for clues, or escape before more people arrive. Oh, I lose reason, but I got a weapon at least. You won't be needing it for sure, but you still feel bad about stealing from a corpse. 30 damage, 80 speed, chance to hit 80. The damage when shot, 9. Stop right there. You hear a voice coming from behind you. You won't destroy my life's work. A strange, obsessed man. Unfortunate, I forgot to actually equip it. Well, that is a shame, but well, we should be fine. Alright, actually make sure to equip it this time. There we are. I need the medkits for later, so I'll just not be able to do this one. Same outcome, I'm afraid. Well, that's unfortunate. I could not get any of the things I needed. Bizarre Brune, the blood-curdling botanist. So this is the one we didn't get to start. You've got the business card of a gardening company where the missing man was working. Maybe some of his colleagues could tell you something useful. Sure, why not? Investigate the school location twice to complete this. Well, we'll go ahead and do that right now then. Getting access to the student database would certainly speed up your investigation, but the receptionist would never allow it. If only there was a way to make her go away for a while. Charisma check failure, +2 doom. You weren't able to convince the receptionist to let you access the database. This has been a waste of time. Have you heard about this computer program that Blink has to join, observe, or share a creepy story? Kane is staring at the clouds. They look like heads. They seem relaxed. She hasn't come to school since last week. Michi notices you and smiles. They seem relaxed. Recently, the tap water in the entire neighborhood started tasting weird, almost like, probably blood. Just taking their pen and putting it back together, they seem relaxed. Ask to join. Sorry, I don't have time for games. Yeah, I'll help you. Oh, we actually have an ally now. What are they protecting themselves against? You take a deep breath and the air around you feels heavy, as if it's thick with an invisible poison. You cough and your eyes begin to water. The world around you is not as safe as you once thought. Minus 2 stamina. A new yet unidentified species of the cordyceps fungus has been observed to infect rats, taking over their bodies. Could it have the same effect with other mammals? Well, in a real-world application, no. The body temperature is too high. And one with Cthulhu interacting with the world, probably. Cordyceps would not be able to affect a mammal any larger than... well, actually any mammal, really. Even a mouse wouldn't likely be affected currently. Though it could be possible if they're really small. It's because of the body temperature. Lizards could possibly be affected. Ants currently are. Fish currently are by... not cordyceps, but some kind of parasite, I believe. Basically, the zombie fungus. That's what it is. And also, the only reason humans aren't currently wiped out as a species is purely because we have a high body temperature in comparison to what fungus can survive at. If fungus could survive at a slightly higher internal or higher temperature inside of a human, for instance, we wouldn't live. There's fungus all around the world, and no way to protect ourselves against it. Especially since a lot of the fungus shares very similar DNA, I suppose, to us. I do not have a light source. We have to help the friend this time, and we failed this. We are not doing well on our strength checks, or stamina in general. While moving the wardrobe through the doorway, you take a wrong step and sprain your ankle. It's nothing serious, but don't have a problem walking for a few days. Shiro-san has always been a weirdo, but he's good at what he does. Last month, he ordered a pack of experimental fungicide from Tokyo, so he's probably a zombie from the experimental cordyceps then. I think I've seen that dispatch order with an address somewhere. The old man says, help me move this dirt, and I'll look for it. One moment, I'll get me a drink real quick here. Oh well, prepare to get a drink, I suppose. Alright. Continue to investigate this area. I'm not really sure what I can do with an ally, to be honest. It's the first one that's actually accepted so far. Also, I should mention, from last stream until now, I've only had probably around now 3 hours worth of gameplay, which is all of enough to complete the basic intro mission or what have you, and then 5 more after that, completing one full, I suppose, arc or what have you, one act. And then basically the 2 before the quick play. And then what you saw in the quick play there, finished one mission and then what I failed. So not really done too much, haven't experienced quite a lot at all. No real clue as to what the best way to go about this is. Still greatly enjoying it, though. The investigation is starting to take a toll on your health. You feel like you are bound to fall asleep standing up. How do you address the weakened state? Buy coffee? No, we do not have the funds for it. Take a nap, or jog around the block. I believe jogging would get rid of our stamina, however. Plus stamina, plus reason, plus do. I am perfectly fine with that. I don't really need to rest, since we're nearly full anyways. While the dispatch order is stained with a foul-smelling liquid, you think you can make out the address, at least part of it. The house is somewhere in the nearby forest. An old priest is performing a ritual to appease a local demon imprisoned underground. You're invited to join them. To appease a local demon in prison. It's probably sacrificial of some form. Refusal's probably not a good idea, since we don't have much charisma. Well, it's not exactly a low stat. Participating likely will ruin our... I'm curious what participating will do, however. Oh, that actually worked out very well. You read about the ritual. Following the intricate pattern of steps, bows, and claps isn't a problem for you. Once the ritual ends, the priest thanks you and hands over an item. We got an Eldritch Amulet. Plus 10 reason when worn. Alright. My reason did not go any higher. I'm not sure if the maximum can go higher with just an item. But either way, that's handy, I hope. It's dark, you don't remember the trees growing so close to each other. Mycology Maniac, we've already done that one, so let me click on one of these here. And also, sorry if I'm a little stuffy sounding. I try to clear my sinuses, but it just doesn't want to happen. So I'm a little stuffy still at the moment. It's very annoying. So, one moment here. Right. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and start in the center. The trees overhead block the sunlight, and you begin to feel gloomy. -2 reason. Honestly, I feel like in these games, in some scenarios, they lose their sanity, because that's what this is. Reason is your sanity. I feel like they lose that a little too easily, sometimes. Drooping tree branches hangs over the path, framing it in almost macabre way. It's almost inspiring. Get lost in thought or get a grip. Probably get a grip. It's probably meant to make you lose your mind. And of course I lose a reason. You quicken your pace, leave the menacing path. I could have probably gained reason if I just let myself, but at the cost of doom. A sudden storm force. Oh, right, we don't have a flashlight, so we can try to decipher. Failed it in, no idea what it is. So at least nothing bad happens. Oh, you follow the faint sound of a telephone line pole. A telephone line pole, odd. The moment you notice giant hairy balls underneath it, they start to twitch and rise. Spiders? That's not a spider. Not sure what that is. Even though it says it Tutaru. Alright, that should not be. Oh, actually, what's this? I want your allies to attack. Time needed. Base chance. It's not really good. All combat actions are slower until the end of the current mystery. Are you kidding me? Ringing ears because I shot a gun. Gunshots deafening. So apparently guns are just god-awful, but they do a decent amount of damage at least. I'm just going to attack with the weapon. bash him in the skull with the pistol. And there was pausing, but it branches in two different directions. Which one is the correct one? Who knows? Finally, after what felt like hours following the dirt road, you find the old mansion. It's completely overgrown with plants that you've never seen before. In front of the mansion, there's the gardening company minivan filled with boxes. Slowly, you enter the building with caution. You stand in the middle of the room when suddenly the floor gives way, and you fall down in the basement. Falling through the hole in the floor, you find yourself in an overgrown basement. In the corner lies a man you recognize. It's Shiro-san, the missing gardener. You must help him escape this cursed place. The plants are attacking you. You must protect the injured Shiro-san and lead him to safety. He will continue to lose health each turn. Protect the gardener. Lead the gardener. Oh, what's that? Stop and take a close look at Shiro-san's injuries. The doorway is blocked by thick branches. You need to find a way out. And also, how much health does he have? Not really sure. Protect the gardener. In this turn, the plants will attack you instead of Shiro. Only... oh, it actually takes quite a lot. So I cannot do both. Lead the gardener. Continue leading. Right. The top of Shiro-san's head flies off, revealing his brain. Out of it bursts the fruiting bud of fungus. Right, I sort of guessed as much. There's no point in protecting him, he's already dead. So, we can try to kill him, though I'm not sure how well that will work. Learn about your enemy. Combat skill. Time you reduce your experience by 5 and raise your chance to hit by 10 for the rest of the encounter. Ask your ally to distract the enemies fast for combat, not bad. Not sure what that is, but alright. Plant weak to fire. Well, that's not really handy right now. Unfortunate. I suppose we'll just shoot him. You pull the trigger, but nothing happens. Am I out of ammo? I suppose I am. Alright, and what was this? Doubles all damage dealt during this turn. Well, that's unfortunate. It might help. How much does this take? Oh, I didn't get the... oh, that's unfortunate. I should have, just taken that last one. I didn't see what I... alright, that's my bad. Well, we could have survived a little bit better there. One moment, someone's knocking on my door again. Alright, I'm definitely taking this one. We'll need that. And let's go ahead and get our stamina up to try and keep us a little bit better alive. Actually, try for a reason. See if it actually keeps us alive. The fungus dies and with it, the gardener. With nobody to grow from, you hope that's the end of it. You finally understood something. The plants weren't attacking you. They're protecting you from the natural life, form of life. You stumble out of the mansion, hoping to forget. Bizarre, we have finished it. Continue. There's something wrong with the tap water. It's black and oily and glistening, smelling like death. You hope it's just a temporary issue. You can't regain health between mysteries. I really needed that right now. That's very unfortunate. Well, I think that's the end of this run, then. Well, I suppose, no, technically... Erebus is evolving eels. We already know this one started. And yes, that is the end. That's unfortunate. Well, that's fine. I'm going to be right back for a moment, so that hopefully people will stop bothering me. But basically, they're bothering me because food's done and they want me to grab food. So I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and continue and try yet again. Let's actually try and let's see what I can do for custom. Choose your character background and other playthrough specifics. Wonderful base game or unlockables. Contains alcohol you've unlocked throughout the achievements. Contains additional 4 skins for random student allies. Unlock while playing, alright. So there's really not much we've got here. Just, basic stuff. One last thing. A tall man left a suitcase for you this morning. He said you will know the password. I wonder what that could mean. Well, I certainly don't know the password. Not sure what this is. Oh, I suppose it's... Oh, is that sort of the... I see. I think I get it. Named Kiri Minami, 20 female. Could the ghost following her be in any way connected with all the weird events happening in town? Plus knowledge minus strength. Starts with 1 random spell. So that's her. Aiko. That's the one we've leveled up before. See, the one I wonder is if there's a way to have the levels carry between. Alright, so you start with higher dexterity, lower knowledge. Combat speed bonus. Item statistics randomized when leveling up the game will only draw generic and character exclusive card perks. It's not telling me what these are. At the beginning, no one has any idea what against versus medical. I definitely would prefer not to have this one. Alright. And difficulty is... Cultist, alright. Oh, I see. That's what you were saying earlier. So 4 buttons. On Gods are Awakening, your only chance of survival is solving 5 different mysteries. The end of the world is at hand. Additional modes will unlock as you progress. Scenario mode. Short adventures set during the events of classic mode. Endless mode. It's hopeless. You can't storm the old gods. In this mode, there are no mysteries to solve. Earn points by surviving an endless stream of encounters. That could be fun. I want to survive another one of these first. Somewhere a group of people gather, trying to awaken the master. Select the old gods to view them, and select them again to confirm your choice. The Spider God. The terrible spider god, Kthagotarasu, is once again awakening from its slumber. Blinded by its impossible to satisfy hunger, it has started to tear down the walls of its cocoon prison. Eternal Web, you can't run from combat. Ithotu, the devouring fire. Entropy, both your damage and your enemies is increased. It is supposed to cause a destruction in the Library of Alexandria, because we've already had that one recently. You lost the Towering Eye. The mad god favors astronomers and magicians, granting them its gifts of power that unknowingly brings Earth in Yula's bloated body closer and closer to Earth. Cosmic Gift. Casting spells cost reason, so we've had those 2 primarily. And lastly, Goinzo, the thing forsaken by God. Mirror Horror. Resting increases doom penalty. Banished to the other dimension a long time ago, Goinzo has found a way to use mirrors to ensnare and teleport its prey straight through the reflective glass. The glimpses behind your reflections are just the beginning of a real nightmare. We'll do the spider one, of course. Is once again awakening from its slumber. We've already read that part. Supper for Devours All, and we already know. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what it has for us. No one creepy here this time. Alright, so we have Rotten Report of Rents Enrollment again, and I wish to try it again, but I can leave it in the background for now and try to find the other items necessary, because I believe the mystery for that one was that I need to discard items in order to get the side objective. So what I'm going to do is leave that one until I have a couple of extras. Horrible history of household hell. That sounds fun. Spine-chilling story of school scissors. So we've saved the friend. The legend continues, meaning we've taken up the scissors. Slit mouth. We died. What's the other option? So we've botched the ritual. We've done the ritual correctly. Hold on. I'm not sure what our... What endings have we done on that one? We've done the ending correctly. And I think we've died. And then we've done the ritual incorrectly and we won. Do I have to do it incorrectly and lose again? Or would that be any different? I feel like that would be the same as if we were to do the ritual correctly and lose. Like, why would it be any different? Not sure on that one. Not sure how to determine what the last one is. So we'll leave that one for a moment. Far out fable of... Because the other thing too is if I lose the combat, then that means I sort of lose the run. So I kind of have to win. Far out fable of Fear Festival. Or a curious case of contagious coma. I think in this one, I could lose it as well. We'll leave those two for now. Vard Fable Field Festival. Your aunt has sent you a letter inviting you for a curious-sounding festival. It's held every 27 years in a small village. You don't like the sound of it, but your parents both agree you need a break from all the stress. Inside the letter, there's a bus ticket. What's the worst thing that could happen, you ask yourself, as you board the bus? Today's goal. Explore the weird village. Just when you thought your stomach couldn't handle it anymore, the janky bus storms at its destination. You get up and take a deep breath before looking around. It's a small village, and the nearby fields are surrounded by a thick forest. Someone is waiting for you? Continue. A fat man wearing a dusty overalls approaches you. It's the inn owner, who promised to pick you up. Following close behind him, your eyes are drawn to his hands, which are so deformed they resemble claws more than hands. Continue is our only option. Your group has arrived in the village and is currently unpacking at the inn. Given some time to explore, the festival begins in the evening. To progress this mystery, choose actions that will advance the clock. As you learn about the terrible secret of the village, more actions will unlock. Alright. One moment. So, we have a couple of things here. We have explore the weird village, advance the clock, or check out the inn, your room, free action. The inn's room is dusty, like it hasn't seen any visitors in years. You wonder if anyone cleaned it since the last festival, 27 years ago. There's a folder of available activities lying on the table. Onsen sounds good. Relax a bit, or unavailable. We have no need for either of these, actually. Can I choose to leave? Because, Oh. Check out the painting. Interesting. Oh, you're freeze in terror as something on the painting moves. There's a hole in it. Are you being spied on from the nearby room? -2 reason. That's unfortunate. Check out the inn, staff only areas, advance the clock. Enjoy the festival, free action, or explore the weird village. Let's try check out the inn, staff only. Worried and furious about the hole in the wall, you enter the inn from the back, trying to find the room that connects with yours. Thinking you've finally found it, you enter and... all the walls are covered with blood and gore. Someone has scribbled weird symbols everywhere. You spot something on the nightstand, but there's too much fresh blood to tell what it is from here. Pick up the thing. Strength check success. For a second you were worried it was a score you had in your hands, but as you wipe more blood off, it's clear you've picked up a weird-looking mask. Resolve the event. Kurosaka mask. Faster spiritual actions. Sure, why not equip it? A don't actually have spiritual items of any kind. Today's goal: learn more about the festival. A weird sound wakes you up. You step closer to the window and look out. You can't see anything, and get ready to go to bed when suddenly the moon comes from behind the thick clouds. 3 hooded figures are standing at the forest edge. One by one, they light their torches and disappear behind the trees. What was that about? Who are they? They all wore strange masks. Should you follow them into the forest or try to find more information about the festival? Well, of course we're going to follow them. We have a strange mask now, after all. Dripping tree branches hang over the path, framing it in almost macabre way. It's almost inspiring. Get lost in thoughts. Charisma check failure. The very clear trap in the ground there. You get completely lost in your thoughts and fall into a hole that was clumsily covered with branches and leaves. So I could either lose reason or stamina on this one if I do not have a high enough charisma check. Unfortunate. It is said that the famous priest died, so I can gain a spell here. Or it's too risky. So I needed a knowledge check, which I do not have much of. I'll lose stamina because I run away, of course. Let's explore the village, because apparently this is also... It doesn't say that it's advancing the clock, but it clearly is. Enjoy the festival, free action. I'm not sure how much time I actually have. It's taking a toll on me, and time passes. Going back to the inn, you overhear 2 masked villagers. They are talking about something awaking at the next dawn. You wonder what's up with that. It's not safe here. You decide to block the entrance to your room with a nightstand. The festival is ending tomorrow, and you can't be too careful. Let's try once more at the forest. Destroy the shrine. Of course I fail. You topple the evil-looking statue. Nothing seems to happen, but you have a terrible feeling about it. Enjoy the festival. There's still some time before the festival starts. The locals are seemingly busy, setting up stands and decorating the place. A few stands are already open, but you can't shake off the feeling something's wrong. It's getting late. Enjoy the festival, buy souvenirs, look for friends, or go back. You stumble into your friend, Ryuichi. Hey, I'm trying to solve a puzzle. Can you help? -3 reason if agreed. I can help him in lose the reason, or decline. I'm curious what happens. Oh, I just straight up lose reason. Why is it so quiet all of a sudden? A new ally has joined you. That's really what I was hoping for, actually, to have the ally join us. Informant with broken hands. Use pay 2 funds to lower doom by 0 to 3. Talk. Okay. Explore the festival. Is that blood? Where is everyone? Can I interact with anything here? No. Today's goal: find missing people. A trail of blood and sickly smelling sludge leads to the outskirts of the village. Somewhere in the dark forest, there's an answer waiting for you. That looks like a face, sort of. Eyes there, nose, mouth, that sort of thing. 4 actions until sunrise. Rest at camp. You start to recognize some of the paths. Okay. Well, we have an ally with us now, who may be of some use, probably not, though. In the forest, you hear faint whimpering in the distance. When you find it, you discover a wild dog caught by its hind leg in a bear trap. The dog growls menacingly when you get closer. Help the dog. Luck check success. You free the injured dog. Thankful, the animal follows you. An attack dog. +1 extra damage. Actually might be stronger than I am. Alright. Do I need to rest? I've got a little bit of reason to. Rest at camp. Alright, not bad. A wet splash behind you makes you stop. You slowly turn around to see a young girl sluggishly walking in your direction. In her eyeball, there's a swarm of disgusting worms. One of them falls to the floor with a wet splash. Just another parasite, Alright, so what do we have? We actually do not have a weapon. So I can attack for 3 damage, or I can order allies to attack for 4 damage. I could have 4 of these, which amounts to about 12. Or just 2. And of course I missed on a good few of them. An abandoned factory. Oh, I should have looked for a weapon. That's fine. While exploring the factory, you are caught by masked people you've seen from the inn's window. After tying you up, they bring you to the court leader. We knew you'd come. You hear a raspy voice, your aunt's voice, coming from behind the priest's weird mask. She signals towards the door behind her. Our master is waiting for a final blood sacrifice. Struggle. Well, that's actually really odd looking. With a loud bang, the ancient horror disappears, and the high priest falls to the floor, grabbing their shoulder. The last thing you see before blacking out, the beams of flashlights and the hand of a police officer saving you from falling. Later that day, detectives interrogating you are confused when you tell them about the ritual blood and eldritch being. The village is abandoned with no trace of blood anywhere. You are the only ones seeing the ancient horror. Fart Fable of Fear, Festival ending A. Well, at least we got ending A. While you couldn't catch the leader of the court, to interrogate them, the people are safe. You board the old bus, wondering what could have happened if you didn't stop the ritual in time. Reward for solving the mystery: 30 experience, 15 experience for thorough, minus 3 doom 1 day. A weird epidemic keeps staff from the hospital busy. Skipping line will cost you more. Alright, we've got another key. How are our stats doing? We need more stamina, which I believe is this one, yes? Could get a small experience boost, but we don't need that. Anyone creeping on us? You are. Another day begins. Alright, well, what do we have? Nothing much. Let's go ahead and use the library notes. What spell do we gain? Seal of Brumel. Or Brumel, rather. +1 knowledge, discard on use, cost 4 reason. Alright, we'll go ahead and attempt this one yet again, and hopefully we'll be able to actually complete it. So, what can we do? We can rest. Actually, we should probably rest a little bit here, to be honest. Oh, I still have the allies, that's good. Wondering, buy the cheapest one. I'm curious what'll happen. Dexterity check success. You buy a can of off-brand soda and take a sip. It tastes a little odd, but you enjoy the drink anyways. +5 experience. Not bad. Is there any way to really get items? Because honestly, I don't believe that I have a reliable way of getting items without going and purchasing them just to discard them. I need to get in combat and search around for items and discard them. Calm her down. Success +4 reason. Ooh, very handy. You knock on your friend's door and wait. Hey, I'm really busy today. Let's hang out some other time, okay? Or can I click on you? Mr. Wu, your neighbor, is a horror manga artist. He's struggling to come up with satisfying endings in his newest story. Share your experience, let him come up with his own stuff. What's that picture? I feel like letting him continue is the boring option. Sharing your experience, I'm afraid, will actually share my experience. But I'm not sure what I would gain out of it. Maybe funds or something, which I don't really need too much of. What's that picture could be fun. You catch a glimpse of a painted thing Suddenly, you feel very weak and excuse yourself to leave. Something truly evil has you in its grasps. Interesting. Not what I was expecting. Let's go to the shop. I need to see if we can't get something. Allows 2 additional items, plus knowledge flash. Okay, sewing kit, stamina minus charisma. Reason adds a new status, compass. Plus 2 experience for each investigated location. Ooh. Alright. That's very handy, actually. And of course, someone steals the last bit of our funds. Well, I'm not likely to get in any combat before the end of this, so we're not likely getting any new ending. At the very least, we did a heal up, though, so it definitely helps us for the next few. Oh, never mind, we got a combat. Alright, let's scrounge around. Look for improvised weapon. If successful, faster combat actions for the duration encounter if found, lose a random ally. No. I cannot do that one, nor that one. Spiritual action. Clamp. A part of the ritual. Most combat rituals are combat of 5 balance clamps. Even if you don't get it right, you'll be provided a hint. Interesting. I'm not sure how that will help right now. Probably won't. I just mostly need to get a weapon. I was hoping to dodge or something, but that's unfortunate. I'm not likely to be able to. Alright, so we got ourselves a branch. Now let's search for another item. And a broken bottle. What are you? 3 damage versus 3 damage. 90, 70, 90, so the same difference, really. Of course, the last one didn't hit. We got a new level at least. Wait, what's that? Lucky earrings. You found an item. Alright, resolve combat. Quick thinking hot bath. Improve resting at home. I do believe I can actually rest at home. Dexterity, smaller doom penalty for running. We cannot run, that's useless. I want to take this one, and dexterity. Good. And then lucky earrings, what do you do? Plus 2 luck. What do you replace? Unfortunate. Alright, we'll get rid of that, because I do want the experience more than anything. And I have to discard the items, sadly. And there we are. You sneak into the alley of the dead night gagging. You look through the restaurant's garbage. It's all vile pulp, though a few chunks of meat look to be promising samples. Smelly meat. Rancid meat of an unknown source. Inspect. Disgusting. There's nothing I can really do with this, can I? Discard the 2 items. Discard. Alright. Let's go ahead and continue then. Also, I should really have rested. I really should have rested. Yes. And now I don't have the chance to. That's unfortunate. What spells do I have? Oh, I do not have any. Library note, please, and thank you. What? That's a new combat action, bite. until the end of the mystery. Cost 2 stamina. No, thank you. Vial plus meat. If you look at the charts and cannot believe your eyes, while the standard test didn't detect anything weird, adding drops of human blood revealed something horrible. Whatever this thing is made of, it's alive. Beating a soft pulse against the glass, your friend leaves you with papers, muttering an excuse, preparing to flee the town the next train. Also, I just realized something. I wonder. One moment. Oops, I moved something and I didn't want to. 1 second. There's something else I'm wanting to check to see if it's working. Because I just realized someone has chatted recently, but I don't remember seeing it pop up on the actual overlay itself, so I'm not sure if it's just bugged out again or not. Oh, sure. Oh, there is a height delay. So maybe they just vanished and I haven't actually been looking at that. Oh, that's fine. I can always check later to see if it's actually working. Prepared for a fight, you march down to the restaurant. However, you find no outdoor to do. Instead, you're shocked to find nothing but a gap in the street. You ignore the distraught customers, still lining up where they remember the entrance. Investigating the grounds, you see something glisten where the kitchen used to be. Cautiously, you look at the chunk of meat and then jump back with a yell. As it flexes, it opens a weary eye, grins, and wanders off on stubby black claws. You walk home shaken. In your head, you hear the weird ramen breathing in its bowl. You only stop to throw up on the street. Rotten report of rancid ramen, ending A again, not ending B? This should have been the second ending, though. Odd. Unless I had ending B before. Preparing for the worst. People are talking. It's price hike on things. That's fine. It's raining since morning. You're still creepy. Probably just my message. I wonder if I have to let it actually speak each time in order to have anything happen there. Alright, we need our stamina up. And then... I don't believe there's anything else to really do here. Choose an action. What could I... Oh, I can click random phone numbers to try and dial. You don't have any VHS... Okay. Unfortunate. Actually, was there something else I could click here? You could leave something to charge here. Light switch. Weird, nothing happens. Alright. A horrible history in household hell. Spine-chilling story in school scissors. A curious case of contagious coma. Let's try the coma one. Because I'm curious if I can figure out what the other ending is. Investigate the village location twice to complete the quest. Also, I really do need to rest. A friend returning from a trip of Africa has invited you to dinner. This time, they've outdone themselves. This is a real feast, full of exotic meats. It's getting late, and you can't stay for long, but the host asks if you wanted to take anything home with you. The steak is to die for. This wine is terrific. Refuse politely. Personally, I am a fan of steak, and so I think I'll say the steak. I'm not sure what it would benefit. I'm hoping that what it will do is give me my stamina back, but there's a good chance it will do the opposite. I knew you'd like it, your friend says, winking and packaging it for you. Resolve the event. Long pig steak. It's human meat. Plus 2 stamina. Adds a new status. Cannibal. It smells delicious. Absolutely. We need that stamina. Hunger. -1 charisma. They look tasty. Interesting. Oh, I'm fine with that. It's not an issue. Who needs charisma when you just eat the poor? Alright. It's also supposed to be eat the rich, but still. Now let's check the news reports about this weird disease and try to, no. Continue searching the village. honestly, that looks a little weird but also delicious. Why aren't there... Feeling hungry, you've entered a small local restaurant and ordered a daily special made with today's catch. Just where the hell did those fishermen go? I'm very confused by what I'm looking at here, because it looks like almost lobster or shrimp that they left the legs on top of, like sashimi. But it could also be something sticking out of it, which is very weird. Either way, no way you're going to eat that, or one bite won't hurt. Oh, strength check failure. I am cursed. Branded. Feeling the eyes of the restaurant's guest on your back, you take a small bite of the smelly seafood. It tastes like the sea and melts in your mouth. The restaurant owner nods and smiles strangely. An old man... okay, so they have helped us find out what's happening here. Ignore the dust of seeing for a moment. Branded. Chance of raising doom with each investigation. That's unfortunate. And I already know what the dust of seeing is. We're not going to use it this time, I think. I want to see what happens if we do not use the dust of seeing. Stand disbelief, minus one reason. Sorry, I just took a bite of food. Seeing two of the chopped off heads, you can't help but wonder who's been preparing your food for the past week. Research the cult notes, call the police, or do nothing. And of course, knowledge check failure. Minus 2 reason. You meet with your friend who has recently started their nurse practice. You lazily chat on the roof of the hospital watching the sunset. Now would be the perfect opportunity to ask about the recently unearthly events. Ask about them, or don't ruin the calm moment. Her stories about missing patients, mysterious surgeries, and strange infections are helpful, but they kill the mood. Plus 10 experience, but minus 2 reason. Well, I am perfectly fine with that, because honestly our reason is likely not to be the reason that we die. It would be our stamina in this case. Though I would prefer to stop losing stats, that would be wonderful. Gaining experience, however, could be very handy. All things depending. Is there a way to actually remove one of you? Mental and mutation. I also have no funds, so never mind. It's a bad time to be out of cash, says the grim-looking man who's standing in your way. Our company fortunately specializes in cases like yours and will gladly help you get back on track. After all, he takes a step closer, and you could swear there's a faint smell of rust on around the man. Everyone has something to sell. Jar of blood, fondest memory, or peace of mind. So I could lose stamina, reason, or knowledge? Or doom. Oh, it is doom, plus 2 funds. I'm perfectly fine with that. I figured that's what that was. So it was stamina, reason, or doom. Patient Zero's house seems empty. You should search it carefully. Alright, I agree. You investigate Stantego torn you. Yes, we absolutely. A hot bath sounds wonderful. You certainly know how to rest and recover. Plus 2 stamina and reason. Speaking of, I should actually rest more. And rest once more. And like that, we're maxed out. Lovely. And we're from pretty much midway through to dying to full health. Help your friend success. You find another letter behind the wardrobe. It explains that the reason your friend left was that the shadow people were stalking him. You shudder when you realize you haven't seen the moving company's truck driver's face. Plus 5 experience. As part of the therapy, some patients look took part in our class. Some of their work fills you with dread. I do not need this one. Discipline regains stamina for all successful event skill checks. And that could be handy. Plus we're in charisma. We need this one. It'll keep us alive longer. And 9 is very good for dexterity. I do want 10 out of the curiosity to see if it actually will make combat quite a lot easier for us, but I'm not sure. That's fine. We'll go with that. Resolve the event. So this time I'm just going to investigate. I'm not going to use the Dust of Seeing, because we used the Dust of Seeing last time, and I wanted the other endings too. I'm just afraid that this ending will actually cause the death of our character here. The complete silence of this place hits you when you reach out to the beds. All the patients are dead. -3 reason. So this ending be good. Okay, we got both endings. Shaken, you sneak out of the hospital. One thing is certain though, with no sick people left alive, it's the end of the weird illness. Curious calls a contagious coma, ending B. Rewards for solving the mystery. 45 experience, -3 doom. Not bad at all. The whole town stopped receiving outside signal, so we cannot use radio. That's fine. It's a nice day outside. Nothing weird this time. We need our reason back. And what do we have? A horrible history of household hell. The spine chilling. So we'll try this one. I'm not sure what the other option would be though. So, access your storage. We have the friend's diary. Alright. The ritual's not ready, of course I can't. The door shouldn't be there. Enter. Slowly you enter the unknown. Where are you? Lost in time and space, you drift into nothingness until something pulls you towards the light. The temperature abruptly drops and you shudder in the icy cold. You find yourself in the middle of a snowy wasteland. A sudden gust flings you to your knees. You inhale deeply, feeling your chest tighten and ache. Your fingers and ears are already numb and freezing. You have to move. Move towards the pyramid. Check the icy coast or give up. Check the icy coast. Perception check failure. Of course it's failure. Countless corpses along... Okay. +5 doom. Movement speed. Frostbite. Unfortunate. I'm just hurrying to find the items. What are you? Apparently nothing. Oh, there you are. Hello there. Peek outside. Hello, friend. You shouldn't risk that again. I think we should. This is storage. Explore school. You enter the damp-smelling sport wing. You notice the backpack drifting into the water. Suddenly the water turns murky and you realize you are not alone in the pool. Prepare for combat. A bloated figure attacks. Alright, so we have the broken bottle to fight with. Actually, what are our chances to hit? Well, they're pretty good. That last one's pretty much guaranteed. And we do a fair amount of damage at that. We have the Blessed Chalk. So, oh, I had it completely wrong once, and completely right another time. So what if I do half and half? The star facing down or the weird circled lines. So this one, or this one here. So let's try half and half. What if we just do this? Right? Yes, let's try that. Alright, and explore the school. We do not have the chalk yet. Or the candles, rather. Minus stamina, unfortunate. You carefully enter the biology classroom. The room seems empty at first until you switch the lights on. You hear some horror. Lying in a pool of blood is one of your teachers with a fruit knife in their hand. And there's a jar of formaldehyde in the nearest table. Mesmerized by the spiral pattern on the sea creature's skin, you step over the dead body and come closer, and then the voices start. Alright. Forgotten specimen. And there's no point in not increasing their chance to hit. Actually, how many of these can I get off? Just 2. Right, we'll do it that way. Wait, what's that? A lump of flesh. What are you? +5 stamina and a new status. Why not? Ocean is calling. Chance of a negative effect with each seaside investigation. Alright, that's fine. Wait, what's that? I'm just collecting all of the downsides now. Okay, so we did the ritual halfway. Does this change something? Don't seem to be working. Have you done it wrong? Frozen in fear? Am I beautiful? Prepare for combat. And our chance to hit is now much lower. You set enemy power to 0. And chance is now 100. Ooh, we are very close to dying now, but we should be fine. The ancient horn lies dead at the classroom floor. Just didn't be once more. We have the cursed scissors though, that's good. Ooh, those are very good. Small chance of raising doom after each attack. Much better than broken bottle. Can I just sell you? 0 funds. No, just discard you. Well, we'll save it for now. There's possible use to discard later. Leadership for charisma or luck. We need higher charisma. And perception, I'll say. No, actually, we need our reason back up. With more and more students going missing, the police have restricted areas of the school building. The library additional action is disabled. Okay. You can't see anything. Nothing here. And we have one mission left. A horrible history of household hell. There are many old mansions around this town. Ooh Manor is one of them. Supposedly haunted by a family of 4 who disappeared without a trace one summer, but is it the only tragic event that took place here? Friends you've talked with are not sure where the mansion itself is located. You have to find the mansion first. A trip to the library may shed some light on it. Investigate the seaside location twice. You feel sudden pain in the area around your branded mark, +1 doom. The ocean is hungry. You start by a person with a knife. They look incredibly sad. It wants me, but I'm afraid I'm too much of a coward to do it myself. Can you help me? Talk them out of it. Let them kill themselves. Needs fast hands back. So charisma or your sanity. Failure, and they kill themselves. Unfortunate. The military exercise makes you feel safer, but are guns enough to stop unspeakable horrors, plus 4 doom and reason? You've learned the cliff of the mansion was built in the famous for its extensive cave system. You've decided to read some books that might help you. Architectural channel. One house owner, however, decided to make use of the cave tunnel. It's a natural concert hall, he claims. The cave tunnel, An article covers a group of scientists from Tokyo. They were exploring and mapping weird cave formations found in the cliffs. The search of the missing team scientist continues. The only clue so far is a code written on a cabin wall, 438 Hz. Well, it's a shame we don't have any outside signal and that therefore cannot do anything about Hertz. With the trail growing cold, it might be time for a different approach. Could a similar case have occurred in the past? A trip to the library might be a good idea. Study in issues of the local newspaper. Knowledge check failure plus 5 doom. Unfortunate. Through the dirty restaurant windows, you notice a shady-looking man, so same as before. Call the police, follow the weird man, or do nothing. We'll do nothing. You try to convince yourself that everything's alright, and you lose your appetite. Comparing different mansions with the sketch, you finally find the one. There's only one problem. You'll need a strong rope to enter the mansion through the high window. Dark force is scheme against you, plus curse. Now what? Each day, more holes appear. You make it through the window. This is the abandoned mansion your friends have talked about. Let's explore it. You feel watched. Retreat. You retreat from the room, -2 reason. Oh, unfortunate, I don't have the chance to rest now. You heard a weird noise coming from the locked study. You must find a key. Suddenly, a wall before you withers and falls apart, revealing a hole-ridden monstrosity. Well, that is unfortunate. I think here's where we die. Because dodging has clearly not been working for us very well. I will still try it at least once. I could also do... No, you know what? No. What we'll do is... trying to do 22 damage. And of course I missed on one of them. How many times can I hit with this instead? So this actually would be more to do standard attacks instead of strong attacks. You heard a weird noise coming from the locked study. You must find the key. Do I have any spells I can get rid of? Sort of. Notice anything weird recently? Come jog with me. That's exactly what we needed. 2 reason. It looks like one of those previous owners of this mansion liked to read. Dusty tomes reach the ceiling. You don't have much time, but maybe you could spare a minute to look through the books. Start with the shelves, check out the table. You don't have time for this. Plus spellbound -reason, of course. Invisibility. Until the end of the current mystery, there's no doom penalty for escaping from combat. Cost 4 reason. Forget the spell. And forget the spell. Don't overwork yourself, lift the heavy box. Feeling like you're on the brink of losing your mind, you decide to visit your parents' old friend, Father Yasugi. Hey kiddo, says the priest who's currently moving some boxes in and out of church building. Could you lend me a hand? So our strength is not very good. +3 reason -2 doom. Or +2 doom. You only pick up the smallest boxes, but the whole thing takes more time than you expected. Afterwards, Father Yasugi invited you inside for a hot cup of tea and homemade cookies made by one of the parishioners. You explain your situation to him. The priest listens, letting you vent all of your doubts and anxieties. You notice he has a symbol on him as well. You keep looking for that key. Corpses are strung on wires. Look, macabre bayonets with painted smiles and rosy cheeks. -2 reason. Unfortunate. In the mirror, you catch a glimpse of something that shouldn't be there. Of course. The whole building begins to shake as you enter the room. Suddenly, a stone pillar bursts to the floor where you stood just seconds ago. Noticing arcane symbols painted on the stone, you take a closer look. Touch the stone, retreat from the room, or study the symbols. So it's probably knowledge. Not sure what touching the stone would do. And retreat is not an option. Oh, dexterity success, lovely. So, folklore studies, plus knowledge, faster offensive actions, absolutely, please. And strength up, again, please. You were startled when you discovered that headless body. You were horrified when you saw its head hanging in the middle of the room laughing. Right, so how quickly can we just decimate this? What's our chances to hit 80? Wait, what's that? Black hair. Combined with sewing kit. Alright. I suppose that's fine. And the last one. You aren't sure what to expect. The sturdy door to the study opens with a creak. The dark, dusty room is empty, but something feels wrong. A faint draft, perhaps. You move the rotting carpet aside to reveal a secret passage cut directly into the cliff rock. Make your way down. Following the strange song, you discover a hidden passage that leads you to an underground chamber connected to the sea. You can't find the source of the sounds, but then it hits you. The acoustics of this place makes the waves sound like the most beautiful serenade. Mesmerized, you step closer to the stone altar at the end of the room. Nothing I can really click on here. Step closer to explore some more. You try to explore the side corridors, but it's too dark, if only at some light source. Unfortunate, so we got ending C. Unholy chants coming from the caves connected to the mansion must have driven the family insane. With no connection to the outside world, they fed on what they had, themselves. However, this doesn't explain the fresh corpses and wet tracks to the altar. Alright. More holes are spreading your body, -2 stamina. Rose leaned, right, that's whatever. I believe what we need right now is our sanity still. Oh, what's that? Probably just my imagination. Alright, well, it's time to go to the lighthouse, I suppose. And, I cannot choose to rest anymore, sadly. You finally made it inside the cursed lighthouse. Your gut is telling you two things: that whoever, or whatever, is behind the weird events must be on the highest floor of this place, and that you should run away from this place as far and fast as you can. You're afraid there won't be a way back once you start climbing. Well, rest for a bit, and rest for a bit, and rest for a bit, and rest for a bit. 92%. Start climbing. Following the winding staircase, you almost... Wait a minute, someone's broken out. Select the title of the second mystery. I believe that was, the ramen one. Correct answer. Plus 10 experience. Climbing up the winding staircase, you are stopped by a masked man wearing an inexpensive suit. The rules have changed, kiddo, he says, taking the jacket and mask off. Nothing personal, really. You are such a dork. 105 chance to hit. Of course we're going to spam this. And you're dead then, boy. Not a problem. Grab the metal rods. We're going to take some damage here. -3 stamina, not enough knowledge. You'll stop by a girl with a uniform. I'm sorry, but I can't let you go any further, she says, reaching for her bag. It's too late anyways. You instinctively take a step back when you notice a knife in her hand. You have to think fast, try to reason with her. Not enough charisma. You try to talk to her, into allowing you to pass. Suddenly, she raises the knife and slices right across her own throat, nearly decapitating herself. You carefully step over her body. -2 reason. Unfortunate. So like the second enemy you fought this run. Again, I can never remember who I fought. Bloated teacher. Infested girl. Aspiring model. Forgotten specimen. It's probably the bloated teacher. Is the specimen, then, most like. And we've gotten enough doom. It's free once again. The invisible strands of spider. I honestly did not need to heal as much as I did. I probably would have won if I didn't heal. That's fine. Not an issue. But for now, I think that's a good spot to stop it. This honestly is a fun game, but it's one of those sort of where it kind of gets a lot of the same, of course. There's not much for it. There's also obviously options I could choose that are a bit more different. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is this Saturday, instead of playing this again, I might start the off playthrough, because I know off might last for 2, maybe 3 streams, not very many. And then I'll use this game to sort of break up the monotony of others. If they're streaming for too long, or I want to have something in between, I'll come back to this one. And I'll use this as the sort of fallback, the one to defer to if I have nothing else to do, that sort of thing. So depending on that, I think there's still the Cat Lady to play after off. I just really want to play off. The Cat Lady might last for a few streams. And then Have a Nice Death, that's the other one. I was going to also stream on Ahead, but it doesn't show up in the categories for some reason. I'm not really sure why. It's a bit odd. But either way, going to go ahead and end this one a little early. And then we'll pick back up Saturday with Off. I believe that should be quite a lot of fun. So, I do hope you enjoyed. Rest well. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.